Hey, what is up, guys? We are back with hashtag 51 of ÜWatt. As always, I'm your host Jace. I'm going to start with a little bit of news again. So, a little while back, people should be aware that there was Pokemon Uranium, a 9-year project, fan-made project that was taken off of the website, and they weren't distributing it through the to keep Nintendo happy, I guess is the way to put it. Now, what seemed to have happened is that the creators have stopped official distribution of the game, and they've even closed their website. They put up a message from the team just saying that, unfortunately, as Pokemon Uranium is a fan game, there's a limit to how far projects such as these can go. We are therefore ceasing development on this project. As such, the creators of this game will no longer be offering game downloads, updates, online services, or support for Pokemon Uranium. So it's one of those things where it looks like what was turned out to be something quite beautiful, fan-made, has just kind of been shut dead. It'd be interesting to see if somebody does decide to try and pick it up or find their own way to continue supporting the game. But, Pokemon Uranium, we salute you. R.I.P. It's been nice knowing you. So, moving on with the show, as always, I am joined by a very handsome young man by the name of Squeak. How are you, sir?
Why are you saying that? Why are you saying that?
I thought I'd G you up a bit, you know.
Is this just because you can see me right now?
Yeah, I guess so.
You're lucky I'm dressed, friend.
How's your week been? What have you been up to?
It's been alright. I think I played the most boring game I've ever played in my life, but other than that, it's been alright.
Okay, what game was it you played?
It was called 35mm.
Okay.
And essentially, fair enough, it's a walking simulator, which, if anyone doesn't know, it's just a game with, really no action in it. You
just walking.
Explore and, it's atmospheric, isn't it?
Yeah.
But, there's action in it. You get a gun. You get to shoot people, so that was a lie. But yeah, it's so shit. And the thing is, yeah, it's like a Russian-made game. It must be. So there's so many typos in it, and so many spelling mistakes, and subtitles and stuff. And then my guy fucking didn't speak and just had subtitles at the start, and then for some reason got a voice later on and was fucking talking. So yeah.
Okay. Well, I've been quite fortunate. So had my first experience of EGX this weekend. Only went for the day. Only went on Saturday, but it was just I went and loved every minute. So it was me, Big JC, Tiny, and Rio. About halfway through the day, James's feet started to hurt, so he started to moan a lot. But aside from the moaning, it was a good experience.
God damn it, James.
The thing is, it's funny because so in the red zone, they've got loads of computer screens, and some of them, I guess it's if their budget's higher or if they're more popular, I'm not sure. But they'll have say there's 4 stations, they'll have all 4 stations with a billboard. But then others that are less popular or maybe have less of a budget just have the one monitor and they're their own little single slot. So they have to fit quite a lot into the small space. So they have these plastic stools. And I think James, I'm quoting James, he said, this place isn't made for heavy set men. Because he's just he sat there on this tiny ass stool made of plastic, just wondering if, his next move could be his last.
Wow.
But yeah, no, it was really cool. Met some really amazing people. I was quite surprised. When I went to go see the guys at Lost Castle, interview to come up soon on the YouTube. But when I was sat there, so talking to Bex, who was doing the marketing and the PR, telling us about Smash Up from Nomad Games, and we're sat there, and sorry, it was by Nomad Games, it wasn't by Lost Castle. We were sat with Nomad Games with Smash Up, and there was a lady in cosplay being a pirate as part of the promotion for the game. And I'm looking at her and I'm like, I know you. She looks at me do you? I'm like, yeah, your name's Jessica. She's like, yeah, it is. I'm like, oh, I'm not a complete weirdo. Just, I follow you on Instagram. Because she does loads of different cosplay, makeup, and prop making. So it was just pretty cool to meet her, and we had a chat and stuff, and done an interview with those guys. And yeah, it was just really weird to go out somewhere like that. The atmosphere, the thing that we found was that it was really community based over in the res zone. But then when you go over to the AAA titles, it was just fucking queues.
Okay, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
didn't get a chance to play South Park, Fractured Butthole, just because the queue there was massive all day. Literally, we got there, so we got doors open at 10. We got there at 9:30, and I was like, you know what? We're gonna wait because then we're gonna wait for a bit early so that we can get straight to where we need to go. So we tried out Gears of War and the new Hoard mode 3.0. So literally went in and yeah, you probably see it on the screen. I'm hoping to send it to Squeak to edit. Wink. But we were in one corner where the entrance was, and Gears of War was the opposite side of where we had to go. So we just literally went straight in, walked all the way through, went straight to Gears, and then we still had an hour wait in the queue that we got to. And we were like one of the first people there. But it was pretty cool. They've added so many different things to it, which is pretty cool. So obviously in the old one, wherever you would start as your home base, I can't remember what the item's called now. It's not like a diffuser, it's not like a harvester, but basically you've got like a machine. It's all based on power. And whereas on the old one you had to go to like one of the 4 posts at the beginning of a map, on this one you pick it up and you take it to wherever you're going, and that's where you'll start. You get to pick where you want to start. If you
Okay.
think before we had to like literally, yeah, let's run up to this one, get this one, and then start from there. Whereas no, this one you grab the box, you walk it to wherever you want on the map. You've got all the time in the world to pick where you want to start, and you build from there. Then they've got like different classes. I think there's engineer, scout. I can't remember the other ones was. Just I remember the guy really drilling to us. You need at least one engineer, and you need at least one scout, because the engineer is the only person that can repair things. And when you defeat enemies, they drop like power, if you will, for you to harvest.
Okay.
And the scout gets double. But then also each person at the beginning of the round before you play, as you level up, you'll be able to unlock more things. Like you get what they call them, like cards. So before when you start, you'd pick like shotgun damage up 60% or extra health or extra like revive speed and stuff like that. And they've just kind of added so many things that kind of makes it feel a bit new. We played the first 10 waves. It was us 4. It's groups of 5, so it was us 4 with a guy called Tyler. He seemed to know what he was talking about a lot more than we did, but he was a pretty cool guy to play alongside. Some of the bosses now are just insane. We were playing against some weird, I don't know, like a 2-legged thing with a massive tail, and then like it like opens his chest and like the squids come out, and yeah, it got
Squids,
mad.
yeah.
Yeah, like they look like squids. They look like, what's he called from Mario? You know the guy, Inky. Is that his name?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Basically, if you think about that in Unreal and with lots of blood, yeah, it was really good to kind of check that out. And yeah, got to see all sorts of games. So yeah, you'll see soon. I've tried to record as much as I could of it. Obviously, a lot of the places you'd go into, like WWE, they were like, oh, no pictures, no cameras in here at all. It's like, okay, cool. I don't really understand what they were hiding, because it's a wrestling game. There wasn't much to it.
Top secret stuff.
But do you know what I mean? It's that
No,
kind of
it's top
stuff.
secret, mate.
Um,
I know, but I can't tell you because it's need to know, isn't it?
The atmosphere over at the Turtle Beach. So what we didn't know is, but we see it later on, is they had daily Halo tournaments. People signed up, played in the tournament, and they had just 2 stations of 4v4 of Halo 5 going on. So we managed to catch the semi-final and then the final game, and it was just like the atmosphere there was quite mad.
Okay.
And everybody just kind of, cheering for free T-shirts and stuff like that. I managed to get a free Turtle Beach T-shirt, which was cool. I'm trying to think what else we saw. But yeah, I think we definitely, you definitely need to come next time. Somebody to Adam, I can't remember what Adam's last name is. Remember the guy that we spoke to when we done the Tiny Troops review, who gave us the review code? He has I met him, so we're speaking to him because me and the boys, we played that Super Dungeon Bros. That game is awesome. It's like Castle Crashers mixed with, I can't really think. But yeah, it's like top down a bit, like almost like a kind of an angle, but you can be a dick to each other, and there's not a massive, like, you get slightly rewarded for it.
Okay.
So I kept picking up Tiny and just throwing him at enemies so that he was damaging them, and I ended up getting a trophy for like throwing my friends around and stuff like that. But it has certain elements to it that's a bit like puzzle-like. So we got to one bit where we couldn't figure out how to get across, and the guy's like, yeah, you need to throw one person into the spikes. So we had to sacrifice somebody over to the spikes to shut this gate so that we could then go through this other bit. So yeah, no, that was really good. But yeah, meeting with Adam was pretty cool, face to face, and he's looking forward to. He's going to hopefully send us review codes for that. So when it's out on console, we'll be ready.
That game sounds pretty joke, to be honest.
Mate, it was hilarious. But yeah, so there's quite a lot coming up, and I think I made some really good contacts, met some awesome people. Saw Kendall. It was really good to catch up with Kendall. Our friend over at I can't remember what website's called. And the things, I looked at her card earlier this morning. But yeah,
You're
so
a
Kendall,
terrible friend.
who gave us the prizes when we done the magnet giveaways and stuff like that. And yeah, so it's just been. I've had a wicked weekend, and I think yeah, you need to come next time, Squeak. Somebody was saying about coming to Insomnia, but I think I won't do Insomnia. But maybe we'll go back next year, bigger and better equipped as well. Because with the interviews that I've done, I managed to interview one of the guys from when I went to go play Mantis Burn. But unfortunately, there was a person talking really loudly over the cameraman's shoulder, so we didn't really get to pick that up. But yeah, so next time.
Who is the cameraman? Why did he not realise this?
James was the cameraman, and I do not know the answer to that question. I think it was just one of those things where it was the first time in that environment, so we were like, let's try it.
Viewers question, why did James not know this? Damn it.
James, I just want to let you know that I am not putting the pressure on you, nor are the What's putting any pressure on you. This is Squeak and Squeak alone.
No. Everyone is putting pressure on you, James. You had one job, buddy.
Something that I noticed that I seen, I think it was on VG247. They were talking about a virtual, in quotation marks, virtual EGX campaign. So it lets you play games from the EGX 2016 show floor at home. And it's on Amazon's hub. So a lot of it was to do with Amazon. So they were saying, download the Amazon app, and they had these little things up. So it's like, pre-order this game now, pre-order this console now. If you have the Amazon app, hold your phone up and you can buy it.
Okay.
So that was quite interesting to see, but I kind of felt like Amazon was being forced down my throat a bit.
Well, they do want to run the world, seemingly.
Well, definitely. The thing that I kind of feel, though, is just that there's certain things. So, you could play Gran Turismo, for example, but the way they had it set up, they had like these massive pods that had you sat in like a car seat, with a steering wheel in front of you and all that kind of stuff. And
That
you
sounds
had the
pretty
surround, it was. I didn't. Unfortunately, again, it was one of those things that just had a ridiculous queue. So if you're happy, the thing is, I think if we were there for a weekend, then I wouldn't mind queuing for some of these things. But because we were in there for the day, like I said, when we got to Gears,
you want to see everything,
yeah.
innit? Like,
when we got to Gears first thing, we still had an hour's wait, and there were other things that had queues that were 2 hours, 3 hours plus. So if we were to queue for them, we only would have seen like 2 or 3 things.
did you see loads of shit people playing games? Did you point it out? Were you like, oh my god, you're awful? Were you like, stop? Like, you should have stood behind on the Forza thing and just watched them and been like, stop using the barriers to turn and stuff like that.
Well,
and just being like, oh, you're terrible. Like,
one of the things that we did spot is when we were over at Turtle Beach and there was the Halo competition going on. The guys in the final, the red team, they had one guy who was clearly the leader, like audibly, and he was kind of telling them what to do. But when we were watching the screen, he was shocking. He was so terrible at it. He was like bottom of the team. And they lost by, I think it was like 2 or 3 points. It was a really tight game. But it was really funny that everybody, because, so for example, the way it looked is you had this one team that were the favourites and the red team were the underdogs. And right away at the beginning, the red team had a squad wipe, so everybody was like, oh, they might do this. And then it just, like, they were just behind for, like, the rest of it. They just got, once the blue team took over. And then there was a lad, so you might possibly see it on the vlog. It's really hard to tell how much you'll be able to see, really. But there was a lad playing Gears of War, and we noticed that if you played single player, the screens for that were towards the front of the queue. So we were sat over people's shoulders, basically watching them play through the campaign.
okay.
So yeah, you either had to queue for 10 minutes of campaign play, or queue and then you get 30 minutes of Hoard mode. But we were just watching people just kind of like, yeah, they are terrible. Like just watching them. There's one boy that was firing like this thing that fires off blades that curve, and he's like firing it. And he's firing it forward, and it's curving to the side, but he still insists on shooting at somebody without actually angling it. So, yeah, it was just something like that.
You should have just been shouting and heckling them. Boo! You suck!
I don't know what we understood. We're not big enough for that. I felt like, we were trying to look after our reputation. I'll tell you what happened as well, actually. Again, quite a bit happened in the Turtle Beach arena, because Rio then tried on the Turtle Beach headset and was playing some FIFA on one of the pods, and then the official cameraman for EGX walked up and just started taking shots of Rio, and then was asking Rio to do certain poses, so take the headset off or have a little smile or look more intense at the game, and it was suddenly what the hell? Rio's just this model all of a sudden. But I was over the cameraman's shoulder looking, and you had the UWatt logo on all the pictures. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. That's that publicity right there.
You know what? Yeah, I swear I saw Rio wearing a Roadman jacket.
I was gonna say he did have a puffy coat, and I ended up carrying all the coats.
Oh wow!
Because nobody else bought a rucksack. So yeah, I ended up carrying them, and I thought, do you know what, I will, just because, you know, they're my walking, talking billboards. So I can't then be like, no, I won't carry your stuff, because then they'll wear the coats and you'll be able to see the t-shirts.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
no,
good point.
it
That
was
trickery.
it was a good day. Looking at one thing that was funny is looking at games to play, but then we kind of have them at home. So at the moment you got EA Access, obviously gives you 10 hours free trial to certain games. So FIFA 17 is out this week. I think it comes out 27th in America, 29th in the UK, well, 29th everywhere else. And at the moment you're able to get your 10 hours. So there are people obviously queuing for FIFA 17, but it's a bit like, well, if you have an Xbox and you have EA Access, I mean, I paid for it for the month. So I think it's like £4. But I also noticed that Battlefield 1 will be available for those 10 hours from the 13th of October. So I know obviously we
Okay.
were umming and ahhing about whether or not to get the game. But obviously with our game sharing capabilities, I guess if you're able to assign to my EA access to download it, we'll both be able to play it for 10
Yeah,
hours and
yeah.
make that choice whether or not to buy it. Have you tried Halo 5 since I bought it?
No. I've been on it for like I did a bit of campaign,
Okay.
but yeah. Other than that, I've not tried the multiplayer part of it yet. But yeah.
The one thing that I saw, one guy playing, and his team unfortunately lost, but I was watching him and he done amazing. One of the techniques that he done that was pretty cool is that he would throw grenades, and the second the grenade would go off, he'd fire a pistol shot, like, and get a headshot on the person. So he literally used the grenade to take down shields, and then was headshotting people with the pistol. But watching him and the way he done it, I was like, yeah, he's actually been practicing the way he does this. Like, he throws a
Yeah.
grenade at them, and if it blows them up, cool, they're dead. But if they're just out of range but it still hurts them, he's just laying off a headshot. So he was like shooting through like the flame of the explosion, which was pretty cool. I mean, we came back and got loads of goodies. We got stuff to give away. I'm not sure how to go about giving it away, but from the guys at Nomad Games, we've got 7 copies of one of their like kind of like board card games to give away, and then we've got a load of random Green Man Gaming to what is it? Green Man Gaming codes to redeem. Did you redeem yours? What was your game?
It was called Neon something,
Okay,
and
and how was it?
I've not played it yet.
Okay. The thing
My
they
my
said is
hard
that
drive is pretty full right now.
it's pretty much everything. Like each card had a random game from Green Man Gaming, so you could get anything. You know what I mean? You could get something that is shit, but you could get something that's one of the greatest indie games ever made. You just don't know. So be doing random giveaways on that soon. And just trying to think as well what's kind of been going on. Looking at so yeah, obviously we've got the start of the new month coming next week. Looking at the games with gold, they are. Have you seen what they are, Squeak?
No.
I will tell you what they are, and I want your opinion on them. Okay? So I don't know where to start. Do you want an Xbox 360 or Xbox One title first?
Ooh, yeah, 360. We'll start with the old and finish on the new.
Okay, so we've got Reflex MX versus ATV is a 360 game that's coming our way. That will be available from the 1st of October. And then our other one, which is available from the 16th, is I Am Alive. Don't know if you remember that arcade title.
I bought that.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got that.
So those are our two 360 games. Now, one of them's pretty good. The other one, well, I think one of them had a bit of reputation. I haven't played either of these games, but one had a bit of reputation for being alright, had a bit of buzz around it. And the other one, I'm just a bit like, okay, they just didn't know what to give. They were like, what have we got in the bargain bin? So we're going to have I think it's from the 16th, we'll have The Escapists. Yeah, on Xbox One. So that one had a bit of reputation for being okay and had a bit of buzz around it. The other game that we'll have from the first is Mega Baseball Extra Innings.
What?
Yeah, so we're going to get a baseball
What
game.
even is what even is that?
I looked at it. Obviously, being a person who's not really into baseball, it's not like a simulation or anything like that. It looks like it's more of an arcadey kind of game. But yeah, it's just literally baseball from what I can see. Are you looking it up now, Squeak?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You've gone oddly quiet, my friend. What do you see, Squeak? Tell me what you see.
It looks like cartoony.
Yeah.
Sort of like know what? It almost looks like I don't want to say Pixar, but like what's the other guys that do shit and they got big heads and shit?
all I can think of is Pixar now. You've said that actually.
Well, we'll go with Pixar.
I know what you mean, because yeah, on the cover it's a guy with massive mutton chops and a big old chin.
I've seen this being played. I've seen it being played. I've seen it being played at shit.
Okay.
It's fucking yeah.
So you're not looking forward to these games of gold?
No, it's fucking baseball as well. Like, why the fuck? Fuck you, Microsoft.
The thing is, I feel like baseball is a very American thing.
Yeah.
You know, they have the World Series of Baseball and it's played in America. It's very...
World Series.
Yeah.
World.
And it's in America, and I just kind of feel... You know, there might be some people that will enjoy playing it, but they don't release, like, any football games, any soccer games.
Don't the Japanese play baseball as well? I swear they play baseball.
I mean, I'm sure there must be people in the UK somewhere that do play it, because, you know, a sport... All you need is
rounders, mate. That's what we call it. Fucking rounders.
That's our foundation learning to baseball. We start with rounders with our small bats.
It's not foundation, that is the original baseball. Rounders, mate.
So yeah, so there's your games of gold. You know, if you are excited for it, let us know. Also, if you're outraged by it, let us know too. Do you know what I remember? I just have to quickly give a bit of a shout out for all the people that were over in the university section at EGX. You had the guys from Herefordshire, there was Aberdeen, Bolton. I can't even think. I picked up loads of prospectuses just to kind of show my young people in my day job. These are the places you can kind of go if you wanted to look at getting into video game design or coding, all these different things. But it was cool seeing that you'd meet people in the university section. They'd be like, oh yeah, if you go over to see the people at this game in the res section, they were our students last year, or these are our graduates and stuff like that, which was really good to kind of see.
Yeah.
And I thought that was quite amazing.
Proper examples of it rather than just saying and being like, oh, like people do shit. Like,
Rio and Tiny got their first experience of VR. Tiny played it was like more of an on the rails demonstration of VR. So it was walking him forward through like a battle, and he was just kind of looking around as he walked through it. It was like he wasn't there. Do you know what I mean? It's like he's just walking through, witnessing it all, and it's all in like slow mo. So he's just looking around as it moves him forward, which was he quite enjoyed that. And then Rio had one where it was this game where it's all dark, and then he presses the left trigger and right trigger on the pad, and then it claps. And as it claps, you can see kind of as far as the sound has resonated. So it looks all really eerie and really quite cavernous and stuff. There was nothing it was literally him being able to walk through the map with the controller and looking around. But we made him think that there was stuff coming up and jump scares. So as he'd get to a corner, he's reluctant to go around. He's like proper leaning around the corners and stuff, but there was nothing there. But it was just,
being sick of it was a horror.
Yeah, but the thing is, it was that thing where nothing's worse than your imagination.
That footage there. That footage should be amazing. What a jump scare. Imagine that.
But yeah, so that was pretty cool. And yeah, so I guess that's kind of... I know, I spoke quite a lot about EGX. Like I said, the vlog will be out, but that's been the main thing. Squeak, you need to come next time we go.
Okay.
And I don't mean the other version of come. I mean, you need to...
I know. I think everybody knew. Everybody knew. And it's me that normally takes it there, but you did it.
The problem is that I tried to beat you to the punch because I just thought that's where you were
maybe
go.
I'd been rubbing off on you.
Such a fool. Looking at this week's WhatsApp, it was a suggestion that came from our good friend Spreeze. Have you played it at all, Squeak? Before I say the title.
No.
So we've got what's called Animation Throwdown. Now, it is made by the guys at Congregate. If you've ever been to Congregate.com, they've got a massive catalogue of games made by various different creators and stuff. But the game is a card game. I don't think I've done a review for it, because I think I played it before we started doing the show. But there was a game called Little Alchemist that I played before that was also from Congregate. And you take kind of cards and you combo them to make more powerful cards that you then use to defeat your opponent. The thing that's really good with Animation Throwdown is that they've taken 5 popular cartoon universes and put them together. So just trying to have a look at what the 5 are. So we've got the guys from Family Guy, we've got the universe of American Dad, then we've got Bob's Burgers, and Futurama, and King of the Hill. So you get cards from inspired by those 5 universes, and then you kind of mold them together. And say, for example, it's me versus you. Again, for those on YouTube, you'll get to see footage of the game playing now. Sorry if you're on the audio, I'll try my best to describe it as best I can with my EGX flu. So you start off and you'd put up, say, your Bob card, and then your opponent would put up their card, and each card has an attack and a health. So the aim is for you to have something that has more attack than the other person's health, and then once you've wiped out the card in front of you, you attack that person's hero. So at the moment I've got Stewie, who has 28 health, and so if I put up a card that had 7 attack and 2 health, on the first go it won't attack, but on the next go you know that it's going to hit you for 7. So you want to try and put up a card in front that has 7 health or more, so that Stewie's damage does not then attack your hero. But what I like is the way that they've done that when you queue, you've got a choice. You can either queue up loads of cards and then combo on top to make them more powerful, or you can combo your card immediately. But that means that if I had a card in slot 1, 2, and 3, and you just powered up your cards in slot 1 and 2, my card in slot 3 has nothing to stop it, so it will just attack your hero straight away.
Okay.
So yeah, it's pretty cool. I like the way it's one of those things where they've kind of put in loads of different things so you can research different combos as you get. Because it's cards, there is the option to buy the gems, the premium currency to buy card packs. But at the same time, as you play through, you unlock card packs anyway. You can mess with your deck to try and optimize it as best you can, depending on how you want to play. Then we've got, so there's the research, so you can find the new combos. There's a shop where you can buy different things. You've got adventure, where you play against, a set order of opponents going through the different universes. But then you've got the arena, where you're playing against other people's decks, not against other people. So it has an online element to it, but you're not actually playing against somebody. One thing I haven't seen yet is, and I cannot see a way of doing it, but I'd be surprised if we didn't introduce it later on, is being able to play friends decks. On Little Alchemist, like I said, was also made by Congregate, you're able to play a friend one-on-one. There were no rewards or anything, but you're able to play your friend. I can't see that on this at the moment, but with the way things go with updates and stuff, it would be good to see that in the future. Because it quite adheres to my sense of humour quite a bit, I've enjoyed playing it and hearing the comments when you're doing certain things. When you've got people like Stewie versus Brian, they'll have a conversation that relates to the two opposing heroes, which is a good little thing that they've put in, rather than it just being like a generic smack talk. If there's certain combinations, they will talk. I think, who was it? I think I came up against Leela, possibly from Futurama, and she made a comment about me being a baby, because I was Stewie. So, even goes that far as well. So they put in those bits. So with the style of it, with the gameplay, and the way it all looks, I think I'm gonna give this one. This one's more of an 8 out of 10. I feel like if they can start out the online, they don't force you to buy your decks or anything. You can keep playing it through, and it plays quite well. So I'll give it that. I think
fair enough. That's pretty high.
Definitely worth you looking at. As always, the link to it for iOS and Android will be in the description. Squeak, I suggest you pick it up and play it because I think it is something that you would enjoy. I know you're not much of a card game kind of person, but I feel like with the universes that they've used, might get you kind of intrigued a bit more and just kind of playing it casually. So it's pretty decent. I'm just trying to think of where to go next. I mean, I'm not going to do any shout outs this week. There's just been so many people to thank kind of at EGX, but you'll see them all in the vlog video. Do you have anybody you want to shout out, Squeak?
Do I ever?
No?
No.
I mean, you went with Abe once, and then you changed your mind.
That was not a shout out.
I think it was.
It was not a shout out. You said it was a shout out. It doesn't make it a shout out. It wasn't a shout out.
Okay, no, it doesn't. Well, okay, so before I, you haven't been prepared the last few weeks. I'm gonna advertise all the social media, but I'm just reminding you, Squeak, that you are supposed to come up with a fun fact or bit of advice for the Whatsits.
Shit, I had one as well.
Okay, you've got a minute to sort it out. If you want to get in touch with us, guys, please, you've got all the different mediums. You can get us on Twitter at @uwatt_. We're on Facebook, facebook.com/uwattpodcast. You can catch us on Podomatic, uwatt.podomatic.com, or watch us on youtube.com/uwatt. Please, if you enjoy our stuff, click the like button, subscribe to our channels, and always share us with your friends. If you'd like to send us an email with any feedback or anything you find, or if you just want to, send a cheeky little email, get us at uwattmail@gmail.com. As always, uwatt is spelt UWatt. Now, Squeak, the Whatsits are waiting. What corker have you got today?
I can't remember.
Really?
Well, I had it the other day, and it was really good as well. It was the best one you'd ever heard.
See, you always mock me for my pen and paper, but I have my notes. I always have my notes.
Yeah,
So
but you
you
say
can mock
that,
me as
but
much as you want.
I will mock you because last time with your pen and paper, thinking you're so cool, yeah. When did you write out the questions?
Not last time. That was the time before.
Time before, exactly.
I lost them. But the point is, I have my notes. I can go back and look through them.
But you fucking don't if you lose them.
Well, you've lost them all the same anyway.
Exactly.
Have you genuinely got nothing now? Even through all this waffle, you can't pluck something out of the air.
Hey.
Well,
20% of people in the UK believe they have a food allergy, but only 2% actually do. There's your random fact for today. Thank you, Internet. Thank you, Google.
And on that note,
there you go.
As always, I've been Jace. He's been Squeak. And we'll see you next week.
Later.